live.
Okay, I would like to call this meeting to order. And I know that we have a member of the public here. Would you like to say a few, introduce yourself and say a few words?
I'm Wayne Hale from League of the Voters, the Piedmont Triad, Third Citizen Observer.
Okay, thank you. Today is basically what we call absentee meetings. And Dawn is in a training, so Charlene will be running this meeting. So Charlene, you want to just, well, I guess we should do approval of the minutes. So do I hear a motion to approve the minutes of the meeting that we held on September 10th?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And now we'll move to the important part of the meeting, approval of the absentee ballot application.
All right, as of 2 p.m. yesterday, Monday, September 30th, we only received 50 absentee returns. 20 of those are civilian, 26 of those are military overseas. One of them we had to spoil because a witness failed to sign, so they had to be reissued a whole new packet. And then we had 3 photo ID exception forms. Were you here for photo ID exception forms last time?
Yes.
Okay, so you remember that. So in regards to that, I'm just going to give you 2 of the civilians to look over, and then 2 of the military overseas, 1 of each, because predominantly they were overseas. And I'll show you what you kind of need to look on that. So this first one is going to be military. The second one is going to be our overseas citizen. So what we're looking for on this is that they have signed the transmittal page and that they have signed the affidavit. So as long as I have those 2 signatures and the ballot's been complete, we're good on those.
Just basically those 2 signatures, correct?
Yes, ma'am. And what those signatures are regarding is, in regards to the transmittal, they are stating that it's being transmitted either electronically, either via fax, email, or through the portal. And then in regards to the affidavit, it is in lieu of confidentiality because those ballots have been duplicated. They notice that they're waiving their right of anonymity because somebody's got to duplicate those ballots for them. And then these are 2 out of the 20. So again, what we're looking for here is that the voter signed in section 2, that they have either 2 witnesses, and the witnesses either they have to print their name, their address, and then sign, or they can have a notary down at the bottom, and you're just attesting to the fact that the notary seal is there and legible, and that the notary fulfilled their part on that. And then in regards to the photo ID, you're looking to make sure that 1, you can see the picture, that it resembles an actual face of a human being, and that the name is substantially similar to the name of the person on the ballot, and that if the expiration date has not expired, and if it has, they were 65 or older when it expired at that time.
And this whole envelope was in another envelope.
Yes. Yes, that's the ballot return envelope. So the marked ballot goes inside, isn't sealed. The ID or ID exception form goes on the outside, and then the ballot goes on the inside, and then the entire packet is then put into the return mailer envelope. And the only thing that has is their label with their name, and then our PO box has a return address on it, and then that's it.
And like $1.70 and
It is $1.77 to mail it back, and from my understanding, that would be 3 current forever stamps.
Yeah.
So,
Should we do?
yeah, when we finish with these,
Okay.
then I broke them down, and that's how I'm going to do them for this election because there's so many. So what I've done is I've printed them out per precinct. But the very last page is going to show you the grand total. So you had 2 military, you had 24 overseas, and then you had 20 total civilians. So if you wouldn't mind signing that last page, I appreciate it. And then we have our 3 ID exception forms. So these are the ones for individuals who were either unable to make a photocopy or retain a photo ID. They're required to complete the photo ID exception form. So they have to put the name of the voter on top. They have to choose at least one of the reasons why they're showing photo ID exception form, and then sign or make a mark at the bottom. If they choose option number 1, they have to give me either a driver's license number or the last 4 digits of their social security. And if you notice the blue check mark to the right-hand side, that means I verified it, that identifying number through voter review in our system. So we had one of those numbers on file. Okay. Everything else is still the same in regards to the envelope. The voter has to sign or make a mark. They have to have either 2 witnesses, or they do have to have that notary stamp.
Does just Elaine sign those, the military,
She can, yeah.
her?
Yeah.
military overseas, doesn't he?
So this signature, that's enough for this signature. Guess that one, that we don't usually see an exception for, will be seen a lot of. Yeah. It's the victim of a national disaster.
I do know the state board had a emergency meeting yesterday, I believe at 4 p.m. to discuss how they were going to handle those counties that were in need of that. I think they were having something again today. It might have been a press release. I'm not sure. I know I received an email from our USPS liaison for those affected areas, saying that they're working on game plan as well. I know it depends what batch you got. They're either at the top or it's on the side.
Do I sign the last page of each of these?
Everybody that's here has to sign the last page. Yes. And so the reason I get you to sign that as well as this sheet is that has the one that's printed out. Once you have reviewed the ID exception forms, and if everybody is unanimous in agreement that I can proceed and count those as accepted and approved, that's when I get you to sign this. That way you don't have to wait for me to print a whole new sheet with all the names on it again. It just will add those 3 additional names to it. Thank you.
So we need a motion to approve those.
Those 3, yes.
So moved.
Second. All in favor?
Great.
Yay!
Thank you. And that'll be a new, that'll have all the new numbers that include these 3.
Since this is the first meeting that we've done absentee,
Mhm.
would you like to explain why we do just select a small number?
I believe there was a resolution, I think when Kathy was director at that point in time, that stated that we would pull 10% of the total number of ballots that came in for you guys to spot check me to make sure that I'm doing my job correctly, that I'm looking for what is supposed to be approved.
And I believe we may have
I think
reissued
we
that
reissued that on
resolution.
that resolution when you updated the for when Dawn came on.
Okay, do you have anything else for us today?
The only thing that Dawn wanted me to let you guys know of, that she did hear back from the state and they did approve that resolution in regards to the buffer zone outside the 50 foot on the outside, the one that you guys signed, I think, a
Oh,
month
good.
back.
Good,
Yeah.
good,
So
good.
they finally got to that and were able to approve it. It's official, so we can now put that into effect.
Yeah, I was trying to see if there was something in here.
I wrote these minutes, so it doesn't read quite like Karen's.
I think you did a good job on it, by the way.
Karen would say different.
At the next meeting, can you bring that resolution back for us to look at?
Yeah, do you want me to ask Dawn if she can maybe email it to you guys? Would that be easier for you?
That would be
ahead of time?
fine. Yeah, that'd be
Yeah,
great.
take it.
Yeah. Okay, do I hear a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
So thank you all.
And we are